Hey, Frogprince Runner here, and thank you for dropping by. Well, first, apologies to my regular viewer. At the beginning, I wanted this channel to be debunking pseudoscience, but like everyone else, I need a break from all the COVID-related stuff. So this is my second video on First Amendment Auditors. In case you missed it, my first video was on why they're not always wrong. TLDR, at least in UK, you're allowed to record or photograph in public, and you don't have to identify yourself to police in certain situations. Link is in description if you want to find out more. This video will be looking at one of these auditors. Now they're commonly known as Frauditors, and I did get some butthurt comments on that term. So hopefully this video will explain why that term is not wrong either. Auditors believe that their movement promotes transparency and open government. I can understand and even agree with that concept. Imagine what the society would be like if we didn't know about the Rodney King incident back in 1991. That incident came into focus when plumbing salesman and amateur videographer George Holliday videotaped the beating on his camcorder from his apartment near the intersection of Foothill Boulevard and Osborne Street in Lakeview Terrace. So I personally don't see any issue with civil recording. Justice Department says it will now require federal officers to wear body cameras in a reversal of a long-standing policy. The DOJ said it would start to require body cameras when federal officers are executing search warrants or making pre-planned arrests. But officers are allowed to deactivate the cameras at their discretion according to the situation, such as cases of encountering sexual assault victims, which also means bad apples can take advantage of it. So an impartial view within the scope of law may not be a bad idea. But my personal opinion is, most of these auditors do not really give a hoot about transparency and open government. Their attitude is more like stick it to the man and just there to get a rise out of the officers, possibly to get a higher count on their stupid videos. Well, don't take my word for it. Today we will look at such a channel, USA Audit, and you can decide for yourself what the end goal of these particular individuals are.
You're gonna have to back up. You're gonna have to back up.
This police tape is right here, sir.
Yes, I understand.
Do you understand
that.
how police tape works?
Yes, I do. You need to back up because I'm gonna widen this crime scene out. You can go film.
Well, you haven't widened it yet.
Well, I'm going
okay.
to right now.
So I'm not a mind reader, sir. I'm not a mind reader.
So immediately this guy goes into a confrontational mode. The police officer explained that he wants the cameraman to back up as he's about to widen the crime scene. But before the police officer could even start, our auditor starts with, "Do you understand how police tape works?" Yes, I'm pretty sure police officers understand how their damn tape works.
You guys scared of cameras?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, he is. You might want to check him.
No, he's not. It's
Yeah, he is.
It's just a crime scene. And
Yeah, I understand that. And do you understand how crime
All right,
tape
I'll
works?
I'll call you back.
I'm sorry?
You understand how crime scene tape works?
Yes.
Yeah, well, he doesn't.
I do
Well, for someone who's not a mind reader, he's awfully sure who understands what or not.
understand.
You got stripes too?
I do. I'm a
Etheridge,
sergeant
what's
of
your...
police.
Great. 5576.
Yeah.
This is
Do
what
me a favor, back up. You
This
can
is
film
what
from across the street.
this is what a sergeant. This is where our welfare dollars goes, right? This is the best you can do. Yeah, I know. Fucking idiot. Go fuck yourself.
Seriously? What is this auditor's problem? Will you agree that this guy is trying to cause problem? The sergeant has not done or said anything. I guess this is what is called First Amendment or freedom of speech, being able to call anyone by any names. One of these days, I sure want to see someone else calling them similar names at real time. calling this auditor's idiot on a breakdown video just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, that looks like a bank robbery. That looks like the perp's car, maybe.
Hey, go ahead and bring it to here
So we can kick out everybody who's doing their First Amendment rights.
Of course, in their tiny little mind, everything revolves around them. He will elaborate on that later on though.
Did you kill the guy, or?
Oh, no. Why would we do that?
Because you guys like to do that?
No.
You guys have batons, tasers, pepper spray. Why is it you guys always go for the gun first? Is there any reason for that?
On a bank robbery? Do you really have to ask that question?
So you think my question was ludicrous in asking if you killed the guy? You made it sound like it was.
What kind of question is that? And I also think it's a ludicrous question. Well, actually, this dumb auditor did ask two questions. The first one was if the police killed the guy, and the second one was why they go for the gun first instead of batons, tasers and such. Well, if it's a bank robbery, I would assume that the perpetrator is armed, and the police officer's reply sounded exactly like that. So yes, the auditor is a moron.
Etheridge sure doesn't really know. He doesn't know much for a sergeant.
Got promoted to a sergeant somehow.
Well, hey, it's not what you know, it's who you blow. So, I mean...
Stay classy, you auditors. You're definitely promoting transparency in open government and not trying to be confrontational in any way.
This is pretty major here, though, isn't it?
Yeah, they did this for me. The crime scene was up at the front. Because I came here with my camera, they widened the crime scene like douchebags that the LAPD are.
As I said earlier, it has nothing to do with the crime, but because of the importance of this guy. He does have a massive ego.
So you're really gonna park your car in front of the other car, ma'am? Is that policy to prevent people from exercising their First Amendment rights? You park where you need to. Yeah, when you need to block journalists.
Journalists? Where? The Washington Supreme Court tried to figure out who counts as a journalist in the digital age. It concluded that just having a camera and a YouTube channel isn't enough, at least not under state law. So there is that.
I'm not standing right there. I can come out and set your ass up and do your job.
Come on, big man.
All right then, don't give me the records. You know I know what I'm doing. What kind of help you doing? He ain't break the law. Y'all don't have nothing to do.
Sir, you don't know what we're here.
I do know where you are. I was just at 7-Eleven.
Okay, well, 7-Eleven.
They called, so what? But he didn't break the law.
We need to figure that out.
He didn't break the law. They just told you what he did.
We're just trying to help him. That's all.
Y'all, that's not y'all job. Y'all not mental health therapists. That's why we need to that's why we need to go ahead on and defund y'all. Because we need somebody out here to handle this, not y'all.
So in this clip, I'm guessing the police are trying to ascertain the situation with a possibly mentally ill person, where this auditor lets them know that he is more important and far more qualified. And defund the police is a stupid statement. Maybe something to cover on another video. Just saying that it is not the Wild West has to suffice for now.
We dealt with him before. We know who he is. You don't know him? No? We dealt with him before. We know who he is. We know about his mental status.
I also know somebody just got shot in the back 7 times.
Okay, that was in the whole other state.
It still was police.
Has nothing to do with us.
It was still the police. It was still the police.
It has nothing to do with us.
It was still a black man and still the police. Hey man, you can say that all you want to. That blue line don't cross everywhere.
Does this auditor realize that he is talking to a colored police officer? Yes, innocent people at times do get shot by police. At times, criminals, i.e., someone who committed a crime, may unjustly get shot by police. But that does not translate to every police is out there gunning people down.
Y'all shouldn't be handling this. Y'all not equipped to handle this.
Okay, sir.
This is why the mentally ill more than anything get harmed by you guys.
Okay.
Because you guys aren't equipped to handle this.
Watch out, sir. My partner's trying to get in this car.
You can get in the car, that's no problem. I'm not in his way.
You're actually leaning on the vehicle.
It's my vehicle.
It's not your vehicle.
It is my vehicle. It's more mine than it is yours.
No, it's not, sir.
Look,
My
bro.
partner's trying to...
Okay.
All right.
Look. Not only that, I'm touching the vehicle.
First of all, I wonder what the auditors suggest should be done. Should we bring out a psychiatrist to an unknown situation without ascertaining the danger involved? Suppose we have a mentally disturbed individual with a big freaking knife and can pose a danger to himself or herself and others. Thus, we need professionals to eliminate such danger before moving to the mental health state. And this auditor really has no interest in the situation in place. It is obvious from "it's my vehicle." No, it's not. It belongs to whatever police department, and they have at least for that day assigned it to a particular police officer, and that police officer can justifiably call it his vehicle. Just because I pay tax doesn't mean every governmental building and vehicles belong to me. Such audacity of these people.
Thank you.
Officer Brown, ID number 1864.
Thank you. I don't need you to say it's right here. I need you to verbalize it.
Well, can you hear me? 1864. You're not hearing impaired, are you?
Oh, that is a sick burn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cops for one man who's unarmed. And y'all wonder why we say defund the police. This is crazy.
Watch out for the traffic, sir.
Hey, that's not your responsibility, me in the traffic, okay? The Supreme Court has ruled on that. That's not your job.
I'm trying to make sure you don't get hit
Don't
by
worry
a
about
car.
that. I'm 50 years old. I done made it this far.
Well, many dumbass gets to live to a ripe old age. It is not really a proof of anything. I'm still confused on what his beef is.
Way to handle that. Thank you for de-escalating that. I didn't mean to come off so brash, but sorry about that. I'm man enough to apologize to you.
I know you, Nick.
I appreciate that. But great de-escalation. I understand that. I understand that. Look, I want you guys to protect and to serve the establishment, but I also want you to do it under the color of law. That's all.
Well, I will give him enough kudos for his apology. Unfortunately for him, he didn't really get the footage he wanted. The police did manage to de-escalate the situation and no one got shot. If anybody understands what color of love means, please let me know, cause I sure hell don't.
Yeah.
What you up to?
Oh, getting some pictures,
Oh?
some video.
Of what?
The whole area.
Why are you here with the equipment?
What's that?
Why are you here getting pictures of our equipment?
I just like to get video and pictures and stuff.
Why?
What's that?
Why?
Just a hobby.
So it's not a part of a business or anything?
No.
You're not being what's it called? You're not employed by somebody to do this?
No. Yeah.
As I mentioned in my earlier video, it is completely legal to record as long one is in public property. So the question here, is this auditor in a public space?
Okay, as far as the department and what we have as our property, you're not allowed to be able to actually do that. You can do it from outside the property line, but you can't do it while being on the property.
Oh yeah. Huh. Is that like a law or something? Or?
It's our policy here.
Oh, it's your guys' policy.
So there we go. He's inside the boundary which is not public property, which means he cannot record without permission. To put it simply, you're not allowed to come to my home and record without my permission. I don't have to have notice saying that no recording allowed. It is implicit. Same goes to any private property, business and such.
All right. Is the records department open?
Yeah, she's there.
Okay. Maybe I can get a copy of that policy. You think we could do that, or maybe?
You gonna turn that on?
Well, no. Maybe we could get a copy of that policy, though, that says that I can't record here. What do you think?
You know what? You're gonna have to turn it off or get off the property.
Or what?
Or get off the property.
Or what?
What do you want, sir?
Nothing. I'm just taking video and pictures, M. Torres.
So why are you doing this?
Because I want to.
Well, you need to have permission. You're not on private property. I mean, you're on private property.
No, I'm on public property.
No, this is part of the police department.
Yes, the police department is public. It's
what do
publicly
you want,
funded,
man?
publicly owned.
No. You need to turn off the camera and then go and ask for the policy document. You can't keep on recording until they show you such policy. Furthermore, publicly funded does not mean public property. Our prison system is publicly funded. Does it mean one can just walk down all the cells? Of course not. Our defense budget is publicly funded, but I can't just walk off to a nuclear submarine, no matter how much I want to. To put it a bit more eloquently, government-owned property is often considered public property, although that does not mean that all such property is freely accessible to all citizens. For instance, an army base or laboratory may be government-owned but with highly restricted access. Just as a fun fact, the largest public ownership belongs to a company called Microsoft. Publicly funded and publicly owned are completely two different things.
Well, sometimes it's not a good idea to follow unlawful orders.
There's nothing unlawful about that order, you dumbass. Oh, how I wish the officer would have put this guy in his place. Well, that's all for today. As this is my first video of this kind, I'm still trying to figure out how to handle it. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, if you find it worthy, please leave a like and even share it around. If you want to be super awesome, please consider subscribing and so on. Thank you so much for watching. Wherever you are, have a safe day. Signing off.